Now it's 6 on Time Warner Cable News on ABC 45.
City Council action paves the way for the start of construction of the Union Square campus. I'm Ed Scandal in Greensboro. I'll have that story just ahead.
Plus, a North Carolina man convicted for the brutal murder of the mother of his children asks for a new, fair trial today. And resolution in a lawsuit after mechanical malfunction at the state fair injured riders. An update from federal court in Greensboro.
You're watching Time Warner Cable News on ABC 45.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Sharon Stone. Those stories are coming right up. First, here at 6 o'clock, meteorologist Monty Montello is here with a first check of your weather on the One's forecast. Really not a bad day, Monty.
Not bad at all. We did lose a little momentum today. Hi to you.
All right, see you then. Thank you, Monty. The Guilford County Sheriff's Department is investigating an attempted robbery and shooting in High Point. This happened shortly after 12:30 this afternoon. Authorities say they found 57-year-old Van Yates shot in the chest. Yates was transferred to an area hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police say they're looking for 2 men. We'll have more information on this developing story coming up at 11 o'clock. A Raleigh man serving a life sentence for killing his ex-girlfriend is asking for a retrial. A panel of 3 judges at the State Court of Appeals listened to Grant Hayes' defense attorney. The attorney says the evidence used in the case does not prove premeditated murder of Laura Ackerson. However, prosecutors say the evidence was sufficient to convict Hayes of first-degree murder.
As I said earlier, if anything, it shows more that there was no premeditation and deliberation because obviously there was nothing purchased beforehand, no bags, no coolers, no ice, no nothing, no saws, no bleach, no towels, nothing. It was all done afterwards.
They convicted him because he had the motive to kill her and that he essentially did so, he planned it out, he then created an alibi afterward, he dismembered her body, they had all this evidence before them.
The judges will now conduct a preliminary vote. It could take 90 days for an official opinion to be released. Hayes' ex-wife, Amanda Hayes, is also serving time for her part in the death of Laura Ackerson. A partial settlement is reached in a multi-million-dollar lawsuit filed over an accident at the state fair. 3 of the defendants have settled with members of a family injured when the Vortex ride malfunctioned. Bob Costner was in federal court in Greensboro today for a hearing on the confidential agreement. Judge Catherine Eagles asked for clarification on the amount of money in the Gorham family attorney's trust account, saying it seemed high, but was promised that information by the end of the week. The trial for the Charlotte Mecklenburg police officer charged with shooting and killing an unarmed man is set for July 20th. Officer Randall Carrick is charged with voluntary manslaughter in the death of Jonathan Farrell back in September 2013. Legal experts say, given the high-profile nature of the case, jury selection will likely be a long, tedious process. Investigators believe Farrell was probably trying to get help after a car wreck. Officer Carrick maintains he fired 12 shots at Farrell in the pitch black in self-defense.
A dispassionate jury is going to have a hard time seeing that he had malice or intended to create the harm that he did.
A judge from Burke County will preside over the trial at the Mecklenburg County Courthouse. The jurors will be selected locally. People in Randolph County are mourning the loss of a teen killed in a bizarre accident Monday. 19-year-old Connor Beeson of Sophia died after a car and rim exploded while he was mounting them on a truck at a garage on Flint Hill Road. The fragments hit him in the head and killed him. Connor was a student at Guilford Tech. We first met him in December when he was part of an event to help handicapped or disabled people hunt. He told us he felt better taking a disadvantaged person hunting rather than going hunting by himself. A funeral is planned for tomorrow at Marlboro Friends meeting in Sophia at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. A long vacant property on downtown Greensboro's south side takes a big step toward redevelopment. Greensboro City Council has chosen a corner of the site for initial construction of the Union Square campus. Ed Scannell tells us a city leader believes the project could help spur economic development in the area. Construction of the nursing building could get underway in March. Coming up next here at 6 o'clock, tax season is here, and some North Carolinians may be in for a surprise when they see their returns. And later.
Dry weather hangs on for one more day, but we're tracking a rainstorm that'll come moving through as we head into the weekend. We'll have your Weather on the Ones forecast coming up.
ABC 45.
Senator Thom Tillis is asking for more bipartisanship in Washington. During an interview with CNN following President Obama's State of the Union address, Tillis spoke on how the gridlock between Democrats and Republicans hurt Washington and the American people. Tillis says he knows he and the president will not agree on everything, but that shouldn't stop them from accomplishing a lot. He pointed to his time in Raleigh working with the Democratic governor as an example.
Recognize I'm not going to embrace the majority of what President Obama stands for. He's not going to embrace the majority of what I stand for, but there's a lot in the middle that we can do to cooperate and get the economy back on track and make the world and make the country safer and more secure.
Tillis also spoke about America becoming an independent energy superpower, saying the president's State of the Union address last night did not give the American people a clear picture of the challenges and the opportunities. Well, tax season is here, and some of you may be in for a surprise. This is the first year the Affordable Health Care Act will be reflected in your taxes. For some who didn't get health insurance, that means paying up. But how much is the question? Vanessa Leon sees how the ACA is affecting returns.
Vanessa Leon, Time Warner Cable News.
Tax preparers said you need to make sure the business you're trusting your taxes with is qualified by the IRS. To double check, there's a link on our website, twcnews.com. Just do a search for IRS. Today, the Davidson County Health Department gave out free radon test kits. Radon is an odorless, tasteless gas. Long-term exposure can cause many health issues, including lung cancer. Today's giveaway was part of Radon Awareness Month here in North Carolina. The kits include instructions for using the tests and getting results. People can get a free kit from Davidson County Health Department as long as they have a supply. After that, you can pick one up at a discounted price. Your sports is up next here at 6 o'clock. It's an in-state matchup in Winston-Salem. JB Ricks joins us live with the details. And crime is down in Mecklenburg County. By how much in our Carolina Minute? Our JB Ricks joins us live from Lawrence Joel Coliseum with your sports. So JB, we've got a really good, big in-state matchup happening tonight.
In the 40s. We'll send it back to you.
And here is tonight's Carolina Minute. A Raleigh woman now faces a murder charge after police say she slammed into a motorcyclist on I-440 while driving drunk. Today, a judge added a charge of second-degree murder and upgraded a previous charge to aggravated felony hit and run. 50-year-old Thomas Anstey was killed in that crash. A two-day hearing on fairness in education in North Carolina is underway. Today, a Superior Court judge heard testimony from officials to determine if the state is providing a quality education to students who aren't performing at grade level instead of advancing them through the system. Crime is down in Mecklenburg County. 2014 saw the fewest murders in the department's history since it started keeping records in the 70s. There were also 1,000 fewer crime victims than in 2013. These stories are more available anytime on Time Warner Cable News. The housing market is on the rise again. Let's get the latest on the economy now from our team on Wall Street. Tonight on Time Warner Cable News on ABC 45, a 6-month-old baby spent weeks in the hospital battling a respiratory virus. His sister took up a new craft to help the family pay for the medical bills, and the community responded. Hear what she made to fund this treatment at 11. World News Tonight with David Muir is up next. Hope to see you at 11.